In just 72 hours, America changed for the worse. We watched two men die in front of our eyes, followed by a racist rage that took 5 more lives. Even as the bodies were being prepared for burial and the families wailed in pain, the racial divide that we had hoped to bridge widened in an explosion of anger seemingly beyond all hope. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Falcon Heights, Minnesota, Dallas, Texas. 3 locations far apart by geography and culture, now forever tied together in the horror of 72 hours. It was a back alley, much like this one, late at night on Tuesday, July 5th, where 2 police officers responded to calls of a man with a gun in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. 37-year-old Alton Sterling did not cooperate with police. They were struggling to subdue him when one of the officers shouted "gun" and then fired several shots into his chest. The very next day in Falcon Heights, Minnesota, a suburb of St. Paul, 32-year-old Philando Castile was stopped for a broken taillight. Moments later, Castile was on Facebook Live, bloody and dying for all to see after being shot by an officer. One more day later, the peace of a Black Lives Matter protest in Dallas, Texas, is shattered by the insanity of Mika Xavier Johnson, a veteran of the war in Afghanistan who was on an evil eye-for-an-eye mission to kill white police officers. He killed 5 and injured 9 others, including 2 protesters. I wonder if Johnson was able to see through his blind rage that everything he believed, everything he saw on the news was being exposed as a lie right in front of him. The white police officers he hated so much for killing blacks were protecting black protesters from him. The same people who were protesting against police just moments ago, the police acting like human shields to do what they are trained to do, protect the innocent. I'm certain that Mika Johnson did not learn the lesson of Dallas before he died, but we can. On a daily basis, police across the country are protecting good people from those with bad intent, regardless of race. But video is a powerful thing, especially when shown on a self-serving loop by a media looking for the profit that conflict creates, and then used by pandering politicians for personal gain. But it is lazy and intellectually dishonest to form a larger narrative from a handful of incidents. Even worse, those who claim that white police officers are racist simply because of a combination of a uniform and the color of their skin are dangerously hypocritical, as they are guilty of the same attitude they claim to be victims of. To put it simply, the narrative that there is an epidemic of white police officers killing black suspects because of racism is not supported by any evidence. According to the Washington Post, in 2015, police killed 990 suspects. 494 of them, or 50%, were white. 258 of them, or 26%, were black. 730, or 75%, were caught committing some type of violent crime. And 830 of them, or 90%, had some kind of weapon. So by a large margin, most police shooting fatalities involve a white suspect committing a violent crime and using a weapon. But that's not what we see on the news, because the media and politicians want to create a divide and manipulate our emotions for profit and power. Look, when a police officer is wrong, he or she should be held accountable by society and by other police officers. But we all need to come together in rejecting those who are trying to divide us. For 72 hours, we got a taste of what a race war would be like. Trust me, nobody wins except the powerful people who started it in the first place. I'm Larry Mendte. See you again next week.